Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Tonight, we're acknowledging the pandemic's one-year anniversary, and we're celebrating our resilience. My name's Joyce Homan. I'm a reference librarian at the Cambria County Library in Johnstown, and I'm very grateful to be a part of this event brought to you by In This Together Cambria. In This Together Cambria was formed by Cambria County residents who shared concerns about COVID-19 and how it was impacting our neighbors, family, friends, and fellow community members. We've used advocacy and storytelling to bring awareness, dispel myths, and provide support. Please visit our website, inthistogethercambria.com, for more information. You'll also find the website link in the chat. And it is now my great pleasure to introduce Darlene Seals, beloved gospel singer from our local area who's been featured in many community celebrations. She'll be singing Down by the Riverside.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to be here this evening. I've been so excited to come and share along with everyone, hoping that you all will take advantage of all of the opportunities to get involved to keep our community safe. Go and get your shots. I've had both of my vaccines. I'm very happy with that fact, and I hope that you will as well. I'm gonna lay down my burdens down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burdens down by the riverside, down by the riverside. You will find peace and happiness down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. You'll find peace and happiness down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm going to spread hope and joy. I'm gonna spread hope and joy. I'm gonna spread hope and joy wherever I go. Going to spread hope and joy. I'm gonna spread hope and joy. Spread hope and joy wherever I go. I'm gonna lay down my burdens down by the riverside, down by the riverside, oh, down by the riverside. Gonna lay down my burdens down by the riverside, down by the riverside.
Thank you so much. That was so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Wow. So moved. Thank you. So powerful. Next, I'm going to be reading a piece called The Unbroken by Roshani Ray. There is a brokenness out of which comes the unbroken, a shatteredness out of which blooms the unshatterable. There is a sorrow beyond all grief, which leads to joy, and a fragility out of whose depths emerges strength. There's a hollow space too vast for words, through which we pass with each loss, out of whose darkness we are sanctioned into being. There is a cry deeper than all sound, whose serrated edges cut the heart, as we break open to the place inside which is unbreakable and whole, while learning to sing.
Another world is not only possible, she is on her way. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. She is on her way. Another world is not only possible, she is on her way. On a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. She is on her way. She is on her way. Good evening, everyone. I'm so blessed to be here with all of you in our community. My name is Rachel Allen. The words I sang are from a quote by Arundhati Roy, and the musical arrangement is mine. I am part of In This Together Cambria, and I also work in the healing arts as a certified music practitioner and a trauma-sensitive wellness provider. I am so blessed to be here with you all tonight, and I want to share a reflection with you on resilience, a word that we have heard many times throughout this past year. And we are here tonight to acknowledge and celebrate our individual and collective resilience as a community. Resilience arises when we cultivate our capacity to adapt to changing circumstances, while at the same time, even in the midst of horrific challenges, we can find meaning, purpose, and connection in life. Like all the other species on the planet, we humans adapt to changing conditions and circumstances. And the need for this arose in a matter of days as a global pandemic was declared on March 11th by the World Health Organization. Many of us had to figure out how to work virtually in a matter of days. We lost work. We had to close our businesses or completely transform the way we conducted business. We had to keep essential places like hospitals and grocery stores open. We needed those who support the infrastructure of our communities, those who work with our utilities, our sanitation engineers, and other service providers to be able to do their jobs effectively and safely. Our first responders and all our community service providers had to show up and figure out new operating procedures with public health guidelines that changed as more and more science surrounding the virus emerged. Healthcare workers became healthcare heroes. Service workers became essential workers. Parents had to figure out how to manage childcare, the educational needs of their children, at the same time both do their jobs and manage to keep their jobs. School districts had to figure out remote learning and the challenge of getting both internet access and tools of technology into the hands of students. Everything in higher education changed as well, impacting undergraduate courses of study, as well as internships, international students studying here, students studying abroad, graduate assistantships, and doctoral programs. Technical and trade schools that delivered hands-on education faced unique challenges that often resulted in a hybrid of virtual and hands-on learning while physically distancing. And then the dust settled, and we all lamented perhaps a lack of foresight in buying stock in Zoom, and we also took account of the things we were losing. Most poignant was perhaps the ability to be with loved ones facing health issues, being separated from those in nursing homes. We missed being in physical space with beloved family and friends. Our kids missed play dates, athletes foregoing playing sports, and everything around senior year of high school with prom and graduation completely changed, as well as other rites of passage such as marriages and funerals. We lamented the loss of live music and concerts, the theater, eating out, going to sporting events, getting our hair cut, and many other social interactions prohibited by the risk that COVID, this virus, presented in our communities. But yet, in the face of all this, we adapted. We learned how to navigate safely and responsibly. We learned workarounds for the things that needed to be done. We drew on resources we didn't know we had in ourselves and in our community. You see, resilience is both a process and an outcome. Resilience as a process focuses on intentionally engaging in practices on a regular basis that support well-being in all of the domains of resilience: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Resilience as outcome is recognizing your resourcefulness and capabilities. Resilience is not blind positive thinking. When we are cultivating resilience, we have a clear sense of the enormity of the challenges presented, coupled with the ability to still engage with life in meaningful ways. Resiliency doesn't mean we have it all figured out and have no fears. And this is where social engagement, authenticity, vulnerability, empathy, and compassion join resiliency in our homes, our faith communities, our city, our boroughs, our county, our neighborhoods, our region as a whole. Cultivating resilience can be done by the simplest of actions that lead us to be in awe, wonder, and in love with life, even in times of challenge. So we have witnessed so many creative responses to challenges. Also, we have recognized the simple pleasure of being out in nature, and we are certainly blessed in this region to have an abundance of trails, parks, and spaces to gather in the outdoors. We have, for the most part, with the exception of my parents, learned how to engage with technology and up our skills. And many of us have engaged in small circles of mutual support, giving and receiving and strengthening our community. We are a caring, responsive, creative community. Truly, we become what we practice. And what have we become? Resilient. So I am so excited to welcome our next guests in this virtual space that we're in together here, our Brady Bunch Hollywood Square Zoom life that we're in. Join me in welcoming Micah and Jayna Mood from Stripe Maple Hollow with their daughter Eliza. The husband and wife duo of Micah and Jayna Mood have been playing music together for quite some time. They started off playing coffee house shows as a duo and with friends and make up half the band Stripe Maple Hollow. Micah often accompanies their daughter Eliza when she plays fiddle. Yay, and she's joining us tonight. And tonight the family is playing together as a trio. And they're going to be performing an original song entitled Giving Up on Giving Up. So from your own virtual space, give it up for Micah, Jayna, and Eliza.
Hey, there we go. I love computers. Anyway, this is our
Sorry
song
about
called
that.
Giving Up on Giving Up. Ready, Eliza? I was lost, stumbling around. I wasn't napping, I just lacked the strength to get up off the ground. And then a light shone my face. Through the clouds above, the sun came through and warmed me in its grace. I don't want to stumble anymore, or shake my weary head. I'm done with waking up at noon. Laying in my bed, I'm praying, Lord, give me the strength. So I'm giving up on giving up, and I'm gonna need a lot of help. Grab a drum, join the parade. Throw little strings on the guitar and put a polish on the case so you can fool us all the time. But the Lord above sees more than me. He's got better eyes. I don't want to stumble anymore, shake my weary head. I'm done with waking up at noon. Laying in my bed, I'm praying, Lord, give me the strength. Oh, I'm giving up, and I'm gonna need a lot of help. Maybe no sign on the curve, but you can't keep going straight or you'll wind up pushing her. You gotta stop your weary way. Close your eyes, lift your voice, join with me and sing. I don't wanna stumble anymore, or shake my weary head. I'm done with waking up at noon. Laying in my bed, I pray, Lord, give me the strength. I'm giving up, and I'm gonna need a lot of giving up, yeah. I'm gonna need a lot of giving up, and I'm gonna need a lot of help.
Absolutely beautiful. I think I can say for everyone that I could listen to them all day long, and that performance just warmed my heart. So thank you very much. Next, we're going to take a little trip down memory lane for the past year and look at some of the good and how our community rose up during these tough times. So if you give me a moment, I'll be sharing a slideshow with everyone. All right. That was a nice walk down memory lane. It is my honor now to introduce our next musical performer. His name is Matt Otis. And Matt Otis is a PA-based singer-songwriter who has released 4 full-length studio albums while being known for how relevant his storytelling lyrics are and how his message of hope and optimism spread. His intricate looping guitar combined with delicately placed vocal hooks provides for consistently unique performances. He has toured both nationally and internationally while building a worldwide following. So now, performing Seasons for Us, please welcome Matt Otis.
All right, yeah, thanks. I want to thank Rachel so much and everybody for putting this on. This is a really fantastic way of celebrating resistance. I'm actually going to do a brand new song called Body with No Core, which I wrote about last year and recorded and kind of wrote throughout that year, focusing on just how, although we have a lot of divides, there's more common ground than we think. That's this song. It's called Body with No Core. American lines, we judge what we don't know. We close our minds and never let it grow. Who should we blame in this red camp? Like a Jones down up for now, warship in our crowd. The second we can't relate, we gotta separate, 'cause we can't face when you were a child. You saw more than black and white. The love you had moved past a one-track mind. But we are the same, despite our false names. Like ants tell in the blind, pretending we are fine, living in the shadows of our parents' minds, but others' minds. I'm trying to see you without my closed blinds. I feel like I am a body with no core, asking what it all was for, living in the myth of this new folklore. Still give me something pure, comfort in my soul, move me past our ancient inner wars. 'Cause what is for, and what is for?
Thank you so much, Matt Otis. That was a very inspiring piece, and I absolutely loved the piece in the middle that you did on the side. I apologize, I'm not sure what the instrument or device is called, but
It's a theremin. It was ironically, I think it's the only touchless instrument. So in the social distancing world, I thought it would be fun to try to learn how to play that one.
amazing, amazing. Well, thank you so much. And at this time, I'd like to thank all of our other participants, Ms. Darlene Seals for welcoming us with a beautiful song, Micah, Jayna, and Eliza as well for singing a beautiful family composition. I'd like to thank Matt Otis and Rachel Allen, of course, for blessing us with her words, as well as Joyce Homan for welcoming us in the beginning. All of you brought smiles and a healing touch that we needed, whether that's through music or just coming together to commemorate what we've all been through in the past year. When I began making that slideshow in the beginning of this project, I was like, okay, this is going to be fine. I didn't think how sentimental I'd probably get. But looking back at all the pictures and all the smiles emerging when we often wanted to cry, looking at ordinary folks sacrificing it all for their neighbors as well as strangers they didn't even know. Families split apart and longing for each other, yet perhaps that 2-minute Zoom call was better than a 2-hour-long drive. Sometimes you could access people better, and we got to learn about technology. So I'd just like to end on the note that we've held on for so long, and we just need to hold on a bit longer. Please keep wearing a mask. I'd encourage everyone. Keep social distancing. Keep washing your hands, even if you've received the vaccine. And on the note of the vaccine, In This Together Cambria, our website, www.inthistogethercambria.com, has amazing resources if you are still looking for your vaccination, or you need looking to get tested somewhere, or we have tons of resources available on our website, as well as our Facebook page, In This Together Cambria. So I encourage you to check it out. And overall, we really appreciate everyone's presence today, and thank you so much for attending. And I hope everyone has a great evening. Thank you.